95.9 FM and 1470 AM.
All right, we're back. Let's get right to the phone line. Baron, you still with me? Baron, first of all, congratulations on being 39 and being essentially debt-free. You said you had a car payment, and I bet you're working diligently to pay that off. Great. That's awesome. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you there. That sometimes you got to do that. I get it completely. Here, I got you. You say you're bad at budgeting. Let me just ask you: do you have a savings account? Do you have an emergency fund? Okay, good. Okay, good. Because as soon as we get rid of that car payment, we want to bump up that emergency fund. But here's my question to you, Baron, and be really honest with me. Do you have a written budget? That's it. That's your problem. And you know what, Baron? Don't be bothered by that. That's all of our problems. 95% of the people we see, the problem is they don't write down their spending. Baron, I want to get your telephone number. I'm not cutting you off just yet, but when we do cut you off in a minute, I want you to get back on the phone with Brian. Brian's going to get your telephone number, and I'm going to call you off the air, if that's okay with you. Okay? Because what I want to do is I want to share with you how simple this is. If you will write down everything you spent for the last 3 months, that will be the foundation from your written budget, and then I can help you from that point on craft a very simple written budget, starting with the most important things you have to pay for every single week, every single month, and then you'll get control of your spending. But I promise you, getting control of your spending is as simple as having a written budget, okay? Good. I'm going to put you back on hold. Brian's going to get your number. Baron, thank you so much for listening and for your call. You're welcome. All right, folks. Hey, Baron, what a great call. What guts. I appreciate that. Young guy, doing really well, and he still has a little problem. He's got to have a written budget, and that's most of our problems. If you're wondering where your money is going, I guarantee you, folks, it's leaking from your boat because you do not have a written budget. We're in our fourth segment, so we got to move along. I can't believe we're already down to our That's a Bunch of Crap segment. And I want to remind you that our That's a Bunch of Crap segment is brought to you every week by Graham Murray and Prestige Appliance. Prestige Appliance is located just off I-26 and Piney Grove Road on the frontage road, just behind the Sportsman's Warehouse. Now, Graham and his team over at Prestige offer all types of appliances in their showroom. Whether it's for new construction or a remodel, or it's just time to replace some old worn-out appliance, Prestige offers affordable starter home sets all the way up to the highest luxury brands you can imagine. So when you need a new appliance, anything, dishwasher, range, oven, whatever, washer, dryer, when you need a new set of appliances, I want you to think of Graham Murray and Prestige. I want you to call Graham, put his number in your phone, 767-2923. That's 767-2923. Graham Murray and Prestige Appliance, they are bringing us our That's a Bunch of Crap segment today. Free college. Are you kidding me? First of all, anytime the government says the word free, what they really mean is on the backs of taxpayers. No government produces anything, folks. Nothing. They simply take our money and they use it. They're supposed to use it according to our desires based on the people we put in charge. Clearly, that's not happening. The idea that the South Carolina Department of Revenue makes money is ludicrous. Every time I write them a tax check, every single year, they're just taking my tax money and they're spending it as they see fit. The revenue comes from you and it comes from me through the taxes we pay. So there's no such thing as free in the world of government. So where does that money come from that will provide a free education to people? As I mentioned already, taxes, but there's another place as well that South Carolina students already can qualify to get free money from school. Any idea what I'm talking about here, folks? The lottery. Oh yes, the lottery. And who overwhelmingly buys lottery tickets? the poorest of the poor. Now, I realize that some of you may buy a ticket every now and again, or maybe even one per week. My mother buys a lottery ticket down in Florida every week. But chances are you're not thinking of the lottery as your best bet for a secure retirement. Lots of poor folks think just that. That one day, as long as they keep playing, they're going to beat the odds, they're going to win the lottery, and all their worries will be gone. Is that hard for some of you to believe? Well, it's true. I have seen it with my own eyes, and if you look hard enough, you can see it too. But we really don't want to see it. And of course, our president would never cop to the truth. But if you look at states like Tennessee, where they are already giving free tuition to community colleges, you can see how it's happening. Profits from the sale of lottery tickets. Want proof? Do this right here in South Carolina this Friday, right around to the poorest of neighborhoods in the Columbia area, and watch the number of folks waiting in line to buy a lottery ticket. After all, Friday is usually payday, and people have money in their pockets. The lines are staggeringly long. No one really seems to mind, because the hope is that today the scratch off is going to win them their money and set them on their road to financial freedom. What a bunch of hogwash. And after that, ride around in a more well-to-do neighborhood and check out the lines. Almost no one in those lines buying lottery tickets. Why is this? Well, statistics tell us that overwhelmingly the poor play games of chance more than anyone else. Now, I'm not against higher education, not at all. But I do think folks have been lied to over and over again by our leaders who say, education's the way out. If you have a degree, then someone is going to hire you for a great job and make big, big money. Folks, that is just not true. Now, I'd be a liar if I said a degree can't be a plus. It can be a plus, excuse me. An education does help you over the long haul make more money, and it can open some doors for you. But it's never enough. You have to have a work ethic. You have to have integrity. You have to have character. You can't be a character now. You've got to have character. Want proof? I know plenty of people with multiple college degrees, master's degrees, PhDs, and they are as poor as church mice. For most of the time, it's because they lack a work ethic. They lack character. They lack integrity. So free college for everyone is just another ridiculous way of dangling a shiny thing in front of a child's eyes. A bauble, if you will, meant to distract and, in essence, bribe folks, to daze and confuse them so that they vote a certain way. It was just announced this morning that now President Obama wants to have an executive action to give at least 6 weeks of paid sick leave to federal employees. Just another shiny bauble. As Rush Limbaugh likes to say, symbolism over substance. The next time you hear someone say, free college for all, remember this, that a free education will be financed on the backs of taxpayers like you and me and the poor. And that is a bunch of crap. With the time we have remaining, and I don't think we have much time left, to be honest with you, but with the time we have remaining, I want to take advantage, or I want to mention yet again, that I'd like for some of you to take advantage of my free coaching offer. If you want to make a resolution this year that's really going to stick, then I want you today to call the IPG offices, 792-1045. 792-1045. If you can't call, then email Coach Fran at makethepointradio.com. COACHFRAN at makethepointradio.com. I promise you, folks, I promise you, and I'm not one to ever go back on my promises. My good friends tell me they either love me or they hate me because I kind of shoot straight, but you'll find that everyone who knows me will tell you that I'm incredibly loyal and I mean what I say. I promise you that I can do things for you and I can help you with your finances, and our team at IPG can help you with your finances. We can do things for you that no one else can do. No one. And I promise you that. 792-1045. That's the office number for IPG. Coach Fran at makethepointradio.com. If you have questions or comments about anything we've said on the radio today, if you want more information, again, 792-1045 or Coach Fran at makethepointradio.com. I want you to remember this, folks. Normal in America is broke. Please please don't be normal. Be different. Do things differently. This year especially. Let's make 2015 a life-changing year for everyone in the Columbia area. Let's finally take control and do some things differently with our finances. Time's up. You've been listening to the Fran Halloran Show. I'm Fran Halloran. It's been a pleasure to be with you. Folks, do me a favor. Until next week, live life intentionally.